Yeah, one of my favorite snap archetypes actually got a really cool new card this week in Ares, because not only can this be, that nice big 4/12, but he also gives you a lot of information about your deck and your opponent's deck, trying to figure out what those top 3 cards are, which is perfect for this kind of Giga Brained info recon deck where you have a bunch of cards that give you information about the game state. What's your literal top deck going to be? What are the locations going to be? What cards does your opponent no longer have access to with things like Cable or Zemo, or usually a Copycat, certainly Gladiator? What's the biggest card in their hand with White Queen? What's the smallest card in their hand, or no longer in their hand, with Dr. Octopus? What other card did you turn off access to, right? All of these cards give you information, and in some cases also disrupt your opponent's game plan a little bit with the mill package. So, Ares seemed like an interesting angle to give you a little bit more information. Now, I will say, it's really not a great time to play Ares in a deck like this one. I did make the deck bigger than usual with things like Doc Ock and White Queen and Gladiator. These aren't normally in my info deck lists, but Ares needs some big bodies to work, right? You want some bigger stat lines in the mix, particularly because you have quite a few smaller stat lines as well. And that's unfortunately really bad right now, because everybody is playing Ares Surtur decks, because Ares Surtur decks are really good right now. Actually, the top 3 highest win rate or cube rate deck lists on Untapped right now are all Ares Surtur variations. So it's very popular and very good at the moment. And that means you're usually losing your Ares battles in this list, because you're going up against, these Ares decks stuffed with 10 power cards. So really not ideal, and that did make this deck suffer a little bit. This might be one that's more interesting to revisit if Ares Surtur stuff falls out of the meta a little bit. As far as the most favored archetype, that makes your Ares better, so that he's not usually just a 4/6 that gives you data, but a 4/12 that gives you data. That would be nice to hit a little more often. That said, I still had a solid run with this deck. I went 8-8, and I was up a couple cubes on this one, which certainly not an amazing result. Like, this is not something you want to try to climb with. It's more of a fun deck, more of a meme deck, but did show some promise, even with Ares whiffing, which was pretty cool. And sometimes you just feel like an absolute genius playing this deck. You just gather so many little bits of information, and you can make like the perfectly calculated kind of plays. And that is so satisfying. Sometimes you think you're doing that and you get really close and things still kind of go wrong, but it can still be satisfying. Sometimes you just don't have the numbers. You know exactly what's about to happen. You're going to lose. You're still a genius, but the deck just doesn't quite have the output, which that's fair when you're playing a lot of cards that are only good for info and not good to actually necessarily push numbers. So anyway, Ares, a pretty cool little addition, and kind of merging this little mill core with it did feel like an interesting angle for this deck, giving it a different spin, which still felt relatively good and still makes you feel relatively smart, and occasionally super smart. Uatu, what do you see? You see a Gamma Lab? A DC. Gamma Lab's is like great to know that's there early though. We're just gonna load this up, get a big Hulk lead. I mean, of course our hand's not great for it. Get something else like Cable or Daredevil or somebody. Oh my god, the worst hand for it. We're getting only a 1 card advantage. I mean, if I'm the opponent and I see an Uatu come down here, I'm playing Uatu. I'm playing right. Like, I'm ripping right. Let's hope Gladiator connects, I guess. I mean, I don't know, dude. Part of me wants to go this way, because we are actually potentially building towards a good Ares like this. Like, if you empty their deck, we might still get a roll right off this anyway. It's a 50-50 to get another roll right regardless. Oh, nice. Okay. This actually kind of helps the Ares plan, probably. We're going to be emptying their deck. This feels like it could be a Tribunal deck. Might get like an Iron Man off this. Lux. I mean, that stuff's dying, but it's not really what we're looking for. We're looking like Iron Man. Gore. Oh, got the Gore early. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Maybe more Mr. Negative, huh? Not Tribunal. Probably Negative. Yeah, let's just Octopus. Negative is, they got a lot of stuff that like wants to go late, like Sage and things like that might get disrupted here. We can also go for deck thinning already. They have 3 cards left. So they're gonna draw 1 next turn and go down to 2. So we can play Cable next turn and still empty the deck for Ares. So that's good. We might be willing to just Cable for 1 so we get more power here as well. Oh my god, they're locked up in London. Wow. That's good news. It's Sage, and she did get popped early. That is literally what I just described. That is amazing. I called my shot, dude. And Mystique is dead. Nice. Iron Man copied though is good, but they might just be too small here anyway, because like they just don't have enough power probably. Oh, Ironheart helps though. That's good. We're at 20 left though. That's pretty easy to beat, and then hopefully right is also pretty easy to beat. So we can actually probably safely go double cable now. That makes Ares enormous. Just turn off. Oh, you know, you could go Zemo as well, like Zemo cable. You only have 2 spaces left. Zemo and cable, that's their final 2 cards. Then they have 2 cards in hand. There's no way we lose like that, right? We do kind of want to see the Ares go off, but there's just no chance. They haven't played a net. We might actually get a negative here, sadly. We do, yeah. that actually makes our Ares worse, but it doesn't matter. It just needs to be any amount of numbers. They have 0 cards in deck, right? So literally any numbers here is fine. Which we're only gonna have 4, dude. Can you imagine a 4 power Ares winning the game? Oh my god, dude. 4-0, dude. That's the worst. That's the worst Ares you've ever seen. I guess you just finish on the Taskmaster here. Copy it, right? I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out for them. Jeez, dude. All right, cloning bats, X mansion, and miniaturized lab. Thank God we got the peak on miniaturized lab, man. Yeah, this is fine. Cloning bats, gladiator can be kind of cool, right? Like just a lot of big 3/8, like just like really efficient. Oh, human torch. That's annoying to deal with, unfortunately. Heimdall. Second game against bounce move. I swear to God, I never saw any bounce moves decks until the nerf. Until Aranya got nerfed and stuff. Now I see more. I don't know. I always look at the buffs on OTAs because, you know, that's the fun part to me. Oh, this Spider-Man's so sick, dude. Such a sick Spider-Man. Really cool. I love that a lot. Okay, so Howard's in the wrong spot now. Whatever. Do we want Heimdalls? Do we want Baron Zemos? Like, Baron Zemo copies just locks the game out too fast, right? Gladiator has a pretty great chance of hitting against these kinds of decks, particularly because we know the Heimdall's at the bottom. Rocket and Groot's chill. It's gonna hit me, right? That sucks. No, it didn't. Nice. Okay, perfect. Corvus Glaive's insane. Madam Web gone. Iron Fist gone. So now they have a bunch of movers, but maybe no way to move. Like, they might have 1 or 2, right? It's not crazy, but we know the Heimdall's at the bottom. I mean, we are actually getting them closer to the bottom by playing gladiators, I'll say. Maybe we want to avoid gladiators at this stage. Maybe we just play a big card here. Uatu's a terrible draw for us. Like, I don't want them to get to the gladiator in time. Or excuse me, the Heimdall, because that makes these really powerful. Like, we know they've got copies of these, so we just don't want them to be able to move anything. And Heimdall's stuck at the bottom, so we got to pivot a little bit here. They do have just the Ghost Spider still. Okay, that wasn't playing on cloning bats, but it doesn't really make sense to, right? Unless you cycle the next ones, I guess. We get a Captain Marvel that just came off cloning bats, so we know their hand is very small. Unfortunately, 20 points here is kind of insurmountable to me. So if I go, they have 3 cards in deck. This is turn 5. If I pull one of those out of deck, they have 2 cards left in deck. They draw 1, so Heimdall is still their final card. They still don't get a Heimdall. I get a big lead right, but how the heck do we win left? I could do like Captain Marvel plus Daredevil. I could do Copycat, I guess, maybe to push stuff there. But we're not. That unfortunately pushes a lot of things mid too that aren't particularly useful. Copycat Baron Zemo, though, we actually could do a double Heimdall. Spider-Man 2099 is just big. Miles gets deleted. So they're drawing a card here that is not Heimdall. Heimdall's at the bottom. We don't expect them to be able to get to it. So we're saying this is a Heimdall. That's really big. You have 15 here plus 3 is 18. That's nice. We have a ton of points actually here. This shouldn't go off. because we don't think they have a move. It might go off though if, oh, it might though. I don't think I can risk that, right? I think I just play 5 here. Or maybe it's here because that's really where we want the power, right? So pulls Heimdall, these 2 move. These are here. You get, we just abandon right. I think we're okay with this. I don't know what other kind of move options they might have, but I think we're okay with this. It's just that other Captain Marvel. Okay, nice. Yeah, this is perfect. We know exactly everything that's happening. Perfect math and disruption. Like, Captain Marvel does not make the difference, obviously. Unbelievable. Dude, actually, insanely cool info game. Just really, really calculated and cool. Like, that was awesome. A little bit of help from Corvus Glaive for sure. Like, let's be clear. This would have been a much tougher game. But, you know, being able to see that gave us more info and we made more good decisions. Wow. Very cool. Like, maximizing the exact amount of cards to pull out of their deck. Like, just that was fun, dude. That was really fun. I hope I didn't miss anything, but it felt like I knew exactly what was happening every turn and we kind of just had the lines, you know? That was cool, dude. That was very fun. All right, great portal. Great. We have Xandar and Gamma Lab. Oh, let's get out ahead on Gamma Lab. Yes, dude. What? Why are you playing there? Maybe they're going for a Patriot? Oh my god, dude. What is this? What is the odds of this? This is unheard of. There is no way this makes any sense. Don't tell me they're running Uatu and no, man. There's no way. Okay, good. They went mid, so they don't know. They don't know. That's just coincidence. Iron Man's pretty cool. Invisible Woman, Howard, Iron Man. I'm definitely thinking Tribunal. I'm also thinking Tribunal might be a little screwed without an Iron Man, right? Or a Tribunal. No, remember, that doesn't actually steal the Tribunal in this case. Do we just... honestly, I just kind of want to go 4 Hulks. And then just win with Iron Man somewhere else. Like, it just pulls you so far ahead here, and I don't really have any other reason to wait. Oh my god! I'm an idiot. Deck makes you a genius, but I'm officially an idiot. So now actually 10's really limiting, unfortunately. Okay, we're getting Baron Zemo next. All right, Zemo actually probably gonna be like a Ravonna or something if we play it. I don't know. We can go Iron Man, White Queen here. I need to just get big in 2 spots now, basically. Onslaught Iron Man. Okay, that can actually... Oh, I'm an idiot. I can just do it myself. Just do it myself. This is incredible. Onslaught on 5, Iron Man on 6, Tribunal on 7. Wherever we want it to be honest. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Their Onslaught's going right. Okay. I mean, I guess like Super Scroll's kind of a risk sometimes. Hulk turned off. Okay, that was their Great Portal card. That makes sense, I guess. Did we do... Oh, I don't know, man. It's really cool. I wish we could... Maybe we want to play a Zemo, right? Just to get even more data. I don't think that risks anything, but I mean, let's see, right? I don't know. There's the big Hulk. There's the Ant-Man. Okay, they seem to be just like ditching their normal plan. I think that's totally reasonable. Ares. We win the Ares. Okay, that's kind of free. We really just need the 1 Iron Man here. I guess we don't even lose to... Do we lose to Super Scroll? Oh god, I never understand the Super Scroll math. Super Scroll goes right. It copies an Onslaught, an Iron Man, and a Tribunal. I don't even know, man. I don't know. There's 2. They actually have 2 Onslaughts, so it might, because it copies Onslaught and there's an Onslaught. Normally the Super Scroll doesn't have the Onslaught benefits. I don't know, man. I don't even know if they have Super Scroll number 1, but usually they do. I don't know. I mean, I think we play it out anyway. Make them have it, right? We did pull a Jubilee, so like Super Scroll is the same cost, so it doesn't really even... Like if we pulled a 5, we would have known Super Scroll was in hand, not in deck, but this could actually still be a 50-50. That's it. Do they have anything left in deck? No, they've drawn every card. So actually, if they have a Super Scroll in the list, it's getting played. But do you have room? You're running Iron Lad, you're running Ant-Man, you're running Invisible Woman. We haven't seen Ravonna. I don't know. I mean, Super Scroll is definitely a possibility, man. Let's see. They're waiting it out. I don't know. I actually don't know how Super Scroll works with just the one Onslaught here. Like, is it enough? It has Iron Man and Onslaught and Tribunal. Oh, that's not a Super Scroll, I guess. I don't know what that is. It's just the Tribunal. Oh, of course they drew the Tribunal. We knew that, obviously, because they're out of cards and we knew it was on bottom. So this is one of those where the old copycat, you know, would have just killed this completely, but the new copycat's amazing. I mean, they must have known I had their Iron Man, right? And they knew I had an Onslaught Tribunal. I'm surprised they snapped on this. Maybe they don't run Super Scroll because they definitely would have had it in hand. Super Scroll on its own is not scary because the Onslaught is inside the Super Scroll and it can't impact anything. But when the Onslaught is next to the Super Scroll and it's also an Onslaught, they impact each other. And I think it chains like crazy, right? So I think if they had a Super Scroll, they just easily win. But they knew I had the Iron Man, so I don't know. Like, they knew they didn't draw it. They drew everything and I cabled. So they must have known they were missing it. Okay, Avengers Compound. Maybe stay away from that. Thunderbolt's Tower, stay away from that. Auto's Lab, I mean, that's fine, I guess. We could play for Auto's Lab, no problem. Daredevil's chill. Threes, we wanna play Gladiator first, right? Zemo's better later and better data later and stuff. Well, let's see Gladiator. I mean, maybe we just do it here, right? We don't care. We're gonna see what this Auto's card is at some point anyway, so. Ares, yeah, who knows, man? Actually, a Scorpion deck makes me think we have a chance. We've been playing so many Ares decks that Ares has not really felt like a meaningful addition to this, unfortunately. Cyclops gone. Okay, oh, it's high Evo. It's a little spookier again because there's like a lot of Hulks and big guys. And, yeah, that's kind of scary. I mean, dude, do we ever Doc this and hope to lock them out here and just skip their turn 5? It's pretty unlikely, but you never know. Maybe they play one more card here. Doubt it. Like, why would you? Got a thing. Are things active, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Already transformed. So I don't think this works, but you never know, man. Maybe. More worried about pulling a giant card. Okay, the prophecy is foretold, but Doc Ock has he's got a little weaker. He's chill now. Oh, do we White Queen instead of Ares? I mean, the good news is this locks them up this turn, right? So we kind of have a fixed 20 to beat. Well, I guess it's not quite 20. This is 3, so it's going to be like 22 because of Sunspot, which, you know, if Ares does win, would immediately match. But do we actually go for White Queen to well, we might also get a leader. I don't know, man. Let's just Ares and see, because we can actually White Queen here as well. Try to catch up a little bit, maybe. Oh, they are only at 11. Oh, dude, why am I such an idiot? We're so small. I didn't even look at the deck, dude. No, the odds of us winning that were actually 0. Actually, just completely 0. So thing here actually covers sometimes. Baron Zemo, we know is not big, probably. Because like 3 cards made up 11 off of Ares, so there's, well, I guess, yeah, I mean that means obviously there's something very small in the deck still, something like 2 or 3, like an armor or something, right? So I don't think we stack mid because they generally in this deck want to play kind of one bigger thing, like a big turn 6 play. So we try to win off Copycat and then going wide in the other 2 spots, basically. Yeah, that's actually exactly what's going to happen here. Oh, and they still have the White Queen. They didn't. Oh my God, interesting. I don't think we have tiebreaker risks, do we? I think are we covered, right? I didn't think about Sunspot floating too much, but they spent 6, so we should be fine. Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't screw me somehow. Misty Knight. Oh yeah, Misty Knight makes sense. We hadn't seen that yet. Okay, man. Yeah. Not too bad. Ares, probably not the best Ares. I think we were just always better with White Queen. We would have gotten the 20 power Hulk, which in hindsight, I don't think I actually would have used. I think, you know, we needed to go wide. Being able to spread the power was the important thing. The Doc Ock was actually a great play. It just gave us the full information here for turn 6, so that really helps a lot. Yeah, not bad. All right, third dimension, we got some squirrels and some rocks. Good God. Junk deck. Maybe Ares gets a bonus to these rocks though. We've been playing just a bunch of Ares decks, so you know, it's hard to beat actual Ares decks, I'll say. We are really clogging up with small stuff with this Spider Ham. I'm gonna trust it's worth it, man. Punisher's actually pretty good against all this small stuff, so maybe it was worth it. Oh no, Daredevil's next. I guess you put a Zemo over here, just even if you don't even use his effect, you know, just nowhere else to really put him right now. Leader, kind of annoying. I mean, Ares, we know we have at least one medium-sized card, so let's go ahead and play this Ares here. Maybe the opponent has a few rocks on top, right? We don't know. No! Ares! They have 13 power in top decks. Oh my god, they're an Erisham deck. I didn't even know until right now, dude. Oh my god, that's actually nuts. Maybe we try to Doc Ock them with something garbage here. Then you can maybe play a leader left. Since we're a bit ahead here. Oh my god, they played 2 cards, so the Doc Ock fails. Great. I mean, sometimes that's fine because it's like free points, but other times you're really annoyed with that. Oh, actually, leader here is pretty cool. Of course, Copycat rolls a rock. Great. Leader here is pretty insane because hopefully you match mid anything big. Now, unfortunately, they could play something fairly medium mid and leader could miss, but then hopefully you win left in that case with Zemo plus big guy. Okay, we got the guy mid. It's Sentry. Baller. That's going to be fine. Oh, Abomination got copied too. The double leader's insane. Of course, that's a rock now. That makes sense. The double leader, though, is nuts, dude. This was clean. Tie on the left and big wins right by 3 and 2. Big wins. Clean. Yeah, Ares missing. Still not too bad. Okay, man. Sweet. All right, Uatu, what do you got for us? Strange Academy, X-Mansion, and Eternal's Arc. Okay, so we just kind of want to play into these. Although Strange Academy goes off for Eternal's Arc, so it does get a little weird. That's a bit clunky. I guess we play Cable first. Daredevil does seem kind of useful with Eternal's Arc, but where are we going to play stuff? Like, Strange Academy is just going to be impossible to win, right? How do we win it? I guess we could, like... Well, no, we don't want to lock out because then we won't be able to play an Arc on 6. We need to play a card on 6, too. Maybe they're going to be a War Machine deck and we'll play Leader to copy their Infinite or Doctor Doom. That's the plan. We just have to hope that they're a certain kind of deck. Right now, we have to hope that they're not AFK. That's step number 1. Howard shows us White Queen next, and then what? Howard, then what? Then Copycat. Okay, Copycat could be a good turn 3 play. Yeah. Maybe Cable's fine to go here. Probably play Copycat on 3 if she's any good, or Zemo 2 is fine. Oh, it's a move deck. Bounce move, Black Swan, Vulture. Okay, we got a Craven. Bro, Craven's actually pretty great for Strange Academy, but at the same time, like, I'm rapidly running out of places to play, man. This would actually be a good Ares game. Am I getting Ares? I can check. Fighter Ham, that sucks. Oh, Hercules, Craven's a good combo, though. Stature solidly sized. Storm! It's even earlier. Oh my god. We are just straight up out of places to play, man. A Heimdall would be kind of wild this game. Leader is pretty good too, but I don't really have a turn 5 play I like. I guess I put Vulture here. That's the play. I don't want to lock out Arc though, because I need somewhere to play. I think I can only play Vulture, not anybody else. I mean, do I actually hold up? Why am I playing White Queen there? Do I just play White Queen here? I don't know. That forces Vulture right. That way I can kind of control it. Yeah, I guess that's just better, right? I don't know. It's like it's less copycat buffs is what I was thinking initially, but maybe it doesn't really matter. We just try to win off the White Queen anyway, and then, you know, Leader plus Vulture kind of covers. Oh my god. So Human Torch unfortunately is very big. Hopefully it doesn't go left. Good god, dude. No. How do we win now, dude? Well, I guess I will say, like, they're... Well, I guess they use Ghost Spider this turn. I don't really care, but it's still kind of clunky, isn't it? So if this moves here, we need space for Leader plus a card to copy. Although I'm also wondering a little bit about Heimdall. Because Heimdall is actually pretty nuts for us. Maybe we just trust the Heimdall? Like, you could just go Vulture Daredevil move here, and then you play Heimdall here, and you just trust your Vulture plus maybe this pile. It's just weird because Torch is gonna steal somewhere, and that leaves me with basically no cards right except the Heimdall, which I guess often could tie their Heimdall for the record, but I don't think we win tiebreakers, do we? That's the issue. I could maybe just get a Heimdall off of a leader and have a little more points that way. But then the leader moves anyway, right? So it's kind of the same difference. Just 1 point more with less control. I don't know, man. Let's just see what happens. I'm not sure. Torch, Ghost Spider. Yep, he's going to move again off Academy and maybe again off Hercules. Insane. Oh my god, we are never winning a tiebreaker. Okay. I really wish they had bounced this Torch and let me copy it next turn, you know? That would be the sick thing, dude. Wait, they can't play anywhere though. Hold up. They can't play anywhere though. They're just out. Wait. The Heimdall just wins. They're just done. They can't play. Oh no, Madam Web! No, they can't play! Madam Web, no! Madam Web, what have you done? You've ruined my life. Yeah, we never beat Torch like this, right? He's just gonna own a location and then he always wins tiebreakers. His best case scenario is tiebreaker. Torch moves here, bounces left. They play a Heimdall. I mean, if they go for Heimdall, can I just maybe, like, if Torch bounces here, Heimdall's like Black Swan. Maybe I just went on these numbers? Like, maybe I don't even have the Heimdall. Maybe I just play 13? Because they can't really get anything here, because Hercules is gonna screw them, and then... honestly, a smart play for them could be to pass. That would be so sick. But I'm trusting they use the Madam Web, right? Or maybe they just like move a Strange over here. In which case, again, Heimdall would actually be nuts for us. Well, I guess if they move and then Heimdall, Torch is going left, right? How does that work with... He's the 4th card. How does that work? They don't really need to use Hercules necessarily, although you could. There's actually a lot of possibilities here, weirdly. They actually have 3 or 4 different lines. Quite a few possible permutations despite having almost nothing to play, because you can basically move any small card, keep Torch. He'll still move with Heimdall, right? So you'd still kind of put him in an interesting spot. You can move Torch first and then bounce him off Hercules to get him even bigger, but then you're kind of stacking a lot of power in a spot I don't have anything. Do they just pass? Wow. Honestly, such a crazy game. I actually would have won this if we just played the Heimdall. We would have won, right? Vulture would have carried. Dude, this is crazy. They made a bold play. It's not even wrong. But what's crazy is it would have lost them the game under normal circumstances. But if we trust they used the Madam Web, which I think well, they knew I had a Heimdall too, right? So it's really interesting. Yeah, we would have won with Heimdall, dude. Pretty crazy. That's what's interesting about this play, though, is that they left me a play that wins based on information they have. Like if I just play Heimdall here, we obviously win left because we got a million power there, and we win mid because of, well, actually Vulture, Hercules though. Well, no, Cable would bounce off the Hercules, so Cable would come back right. Vulture would still though go to 15, which beats 12 here. Yeah, so I would definitely win off Heimdall. So was this the 2 layers of like, I know you know that I know that you know, and they decided to say, well, he knows that I know he loses, that this play loses to Heimdall. So I don't know. Actually, pretty crazy mind games in this one. Or not even really mind games so much as just like a lot of possibilities here. All right, Weird World and Otto's Lab. Otto's Lab we can kind of work with any time. Weird World, I mean, that's great. We want info, right? Like, we'll take it, man. Give me the info, dude. Give me that info, bro. Snow Guard. All right. What we get? I mean, I don't know what we're losing, but it can't. Oh, interesting, dude. I feel like they're not. I feel like they're not gonna be thrilled to know that these are not available. Like, these seem very important to their plan. We can actually. Well, no, actually, we don't. Only White Queen, I guess, really supports this. Like, Baron Zemo does not. It's not created in hand. Copycat's not relevant, really. Do we go ahead and Baron Zemo? We got an Ares incoming, so actually we kind of want small cards in the deck, theoretically. It might be a decent time to just rip this Copycat. A pretty mediumly solid-sized body here to play around any Otto's Lab risk, I would say. Oh, White Queen turned off, so that's our one Victoria hand enabler, sadly. Although the pig itself gets buffed, so kind of the same difference, I guess, eh? Unfortunately, we have Cable, and then only Gladiator and Leader. This is likely not my favorite Ares. Are we maybe better off here just going Doc-Ock? Boy, hard to know what's going to get pulled or how valuable it is, but it will notably potentially lock them out because, you know, usually you're playing a card to support Patriot and then we get another one. So even if it doesn't win right now, just having the lockout potential here is still rather valuable sometimes. Rogue into the Howard. That's much better than Victoria, so sure. And it's also pretty small, actually. How big's this? Big enough, sadly. So Patriot does win, but this is going to be an easy flip mid. Quote unquote easy. So you maybe put like Pig here. Boy, it's still not that easy, to be honest. Put on 6 cards in hand still. That's mostly Snow Guard garbage. Kind of like maybe like Uatu Moonstone. What is, we don't know my top deck anymore. Shoot. Could be a Spider Ham. No, they took my Spider Ham. I don't know what else they took though. The 2 here is like probably a little bit wasted because I'm probably gonna have to play like an Ares just to get out ahead. So maybe you put the 6 here and then you do like Ares Cable. Cable does not feel very big right though. Feels kind of bad. I'm just throwing Uatu over there because he's free, I think. Just like make sure they have to contest this basically. Oh, have they even activated my autos lab yet? I forgot. Oh my god, I almost locked myself out. Would have been pretty nice on average though, to be honest. Yeah, Leader is unfortunately not enough to win here. So do you trust 9 here? No, I really don't, unfortunately. Shoot, I could do Leader ties? That's weird. Zemo, I mean, Zemo has the chance to hit big stuff, but I just don't have anything to go with it that's interesting, right? Like, surely I can't give up mid for free. Like, that feels so stupidly bad. Oh, I just really needed a 3-drop here to curve in, man. Dude, I guess this is the play, but it feels garbage. It feels like we're so exposed, right? They're gonna play a big card, right? Oh my god, we're actually big enough. Okay. Oh, just big enough, dude. Scary. Does Ares actually win for once? No, we still, oh yeah, we're out of cards, so that makes sense. Oh my god, just big enough, dude. Wow. Feel like we got lucky on that Rogue. If that was a Victoria, would we be more cooked? Probably the Snow Guard stuff would be bigger. Woo! This didn't feel good, man. Did not feel good, but it got there. That's all you need sometimes. All right, we got Hellfire Club and Vormir. Let's put Howard in Hellfire Club because that's funny. Actually, maybe better in Mojo World, to be honest, but we can also put Daredevil and Vormir because that's funny. Although I do eventually need a card to play there. This is Scar, very unlikely to be relevant to us. Also, unfortunately, another Ares deck does mean our Ares is pretty stranded here. The Ares version of this list right now is not really a good time for this when everybody's running Ares. Even though I bumped the deck up a little bit to make it better for Ares, it just doesn't beat, you know, natural Ares decks. There's just no way. The Hood, okay. Good for Mojo World, just body there. Stats don't always matter too much. Spider-Ham's gonna be great, right? That's good news. We're definitely just playing copycat as is, no question. Can I beat like 20 here is a question we have to ask, because that's probably the number we have to beat, right? Like 10 and 10. So like this is 11 and then you need like 5 and 5. I mean, definitely possible like Gladiator and Doc-Ock. It's not crazy. It's not easy either though, to be honest. This might be hard for them. I don't know how many cheap cards they're gonna be able to weave in. Like we said, we don't think Ares ever wins, but it's fine to play him. We know Scar's at the bottom of their deck, so that's good. Their own Ares. Okay, so now suddenly it's not 20 anymore. It's 22 we have to beat, sadly, which is even harder. But we have 8s. I need to actually check for getting any of those 8s. Okay, so Spider-Ham. Dude, how big is Baron Zemo, man? We might get a Cosmo accidentally is the only thing. We could try for the turn 6 Baron Zemo with a Gladiator, maybe? Yeah, we have Gladiator. Okay. Well, no, I need to play one of these now. Leaves me in a really weird spot next turn. I don't have anything to do. It's just Gladiator. Okay, they went for the Atuma left. So we do have a fixed value there. We know we can contest. But it's not possible, right? Like I can't win that because Gladiator puts me at 19. They're at 22. Well, I guess if I can just Gladiator and Zemo, but it's not enough, right? Like this is 28 and 2 is 21, and they're at 22. So you need the maybe this Zemo just hits a big guy, and then we have to just trust Gladiator right, which also sucks. I think I have to hope this hits a 10 power card basically, and then we win left. If this hits a 10 power card, left is fine. Demon doesn't change anything. Unfortunately, that's also really strong, right? I don't know if leader will match here. Has to hit a 10 power card. It's just that simple. We lose if it doesn't. It does! Okay, so now we just play leader right and hope it's enough, right? Like one big 10 and a demon is what you expect them to play here. Like an arrow. We do have priority 2, so arrow will hit leader. That's fine. Arrow plus demon is 16. Then our arrow will go off after. No, our arrow will go off first and pull their. Oh, was their last card played destroyed, or was it the Atuma? Oh no. Oh no. If it's a. We know we have to beat 16's the problem. Oh no, dude. If it's arrow, we might lose. We might lose to arrow. Hold up. What? They played 3 cards. I didn't expect that. That might mean it's a 4-drop, which is good news. I think that's a good news. If it's a 4-drop, I think we're fine, right? That just the cold. How much is that? That's 19. No! No! Oh my god! The ham, the 0, and the Cull Obsidian. The 0 is the math we couldn't handle. Oh! It's so brutal, dude. I feel like we played it so right. We thought 16 was the number to beat, but the 0 flexed in. I haven't really seen a lot of 0s weaved into these, man. I don't know my streamer. I don't know if my recording's working. I just had to restart the thing. Is it working? Are we here? This is game number 1, but it wasn't working. It looks like it's working. Good enough for me, I guess. Doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Okay, so this is an arrow. This is Hala. I hadn't even checked that yet myself. I guess we can probably get ahead there and then go into Baron Zemo. Why do I have this Ares? Oh, this is my opponent's Ares. Oh, sick. Okay. Kind of sick, but also means we might just often lose this Ares because our deck is, you know, I changed this deck from some older versions that had even more low-cost cards. You know, using like Mirage and Morph and Kang in here and stuff. I had to make it a little bit more pro Ares by fattening it up a little bit. So we went with like White Queen and Dr. Octopus. Oh, we're definitely gonna lose this, dude. We suck at Ares compared to them, probably. Strong guy, also bad for us. Oh my god, we're getting wrecked. They got a Thanos for their Scar? Yeah, dang, dude. Oh, like I can probably. What if I yoink that Surtur over here? It's not a bad play, right? Maybe I still win and I just delete the Surtur along the way. Like it's kind of trivial for them to take back right's the only problem because I only go up to. Oh, they're done. Oh, I didn't feel like we were in a good spot at all. Nice. Making plays, dude. That's great. I wonder what this was. I don't feel like Surtur is so fundamentally important there, but especially since you got a free 10 for your Scar. Crazy good steal, dude. Crazy good steal. I'm happy.